knock him off. You gonna slap me, and I'm gonna tell my mother.
What your mother gonna do?
Nah, no, cause no. Wait, hold up. You lucky I can't get my phone unlocked, cause I tell one.
Yo, what's good, everybody? So today's video we have trade ideas for the Indiana Pacers. So in all these trades, it's gonna be dealing with the draft pick and hoping to either move up or get a better player for our pick. And as you can see by this first trade, some of these aren't very realistic. If you would ask me, I mean, I don't think Donovan Mitchell's coming to Indianapolis if I were a betting man. But anyways, as you can see by this first trade, Donovan Mitchell is heading to the Pacers for Malcolm Brogdon, Jalen Smith, Chris Duarte, and the 6th pick. Now, this trade is for sure unrealistic and won't happen, but if the Jazz were to move on from Donovan, I feel like they'd be getting a good return, and it's probably the best one we can offer. Chris Duarte in the 6th pick if they want to rebuild and retool good pieces, and Jalen Smith if to place a cap hold on him, I'm pretty sure, but he's a good young player as well. And they won't totally bottom out with Malcolm Brogdon, Rudy Gobert, and all those players. But if we go to the other side, Donovan Mitchell and Tyrese Haliburton would be something, man. Must see TV. And I feel like they would fit really well next to each other, even though it's not going to happen. But all right, next up we have a Miles Turner trade to the Charlotte Hornets. A team that's been looking for a center for my whole fucking life. Finally get one, a good competent center, Miles Turner. But it's going to cost them the 13th pick, and that's about it, man. Mason Plumlee, rather, probably just going to sit on the bench for the Pacers if this happens. Same with JT Thor. I don't really see anything in him, to be honest with you. It's basically Miles Turner for the 13th pick and some salary. But for the Pacers side, at 13, you can snag a good rotation player, a good specialist to come off the bench, or even to progress into a starter. Definitely moving more towards the rebuild, and probably will suck next year, to be honest with you. But for the Hornets, this is definitely a good trade. I could see them being as good as 5th seed in the East at most. Miles Turner, LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges if he stays. I mean, that's a good team, and I feel like the Charlotte Hornets would do this trade, and it's a possibility. All right, trade 3, we have a Trailblazer Pacer trade. I rarely see these in the Twitter talks and all that. But in this one, gets Dame some help. So it'll be Eric Bledsoe in a first round pick, which was number 7. So the Pacers would have 6 and 7 for Malcolm Brogdon, Chris Duarte, and I would throw out maybe a couple picks, maybe a Cleveland pick and a 2nd round pick or something like that. But this trade I feel like could happen if the Blazers get desperate and no one's offering them anything. And it's just a good trade for them, have a backcourt of Dame and Brogdon will be good. Just good, though. I don't know if this would please Dame all the way, but anyway, they kick also Chris Duarte, which pains me, but I would do this trade if I was the Pacers. Get that 7th overall pick and maybe select a Shaedon Sharpe or a Dyson Daniels with that pick. Good to go along with the 6th pick as well. So they would maybe have Keegan Murray in this draft and also Shaedon Sharpe or Dyson Daniels, like I said. Eric Bledsoe is also in this trade. Who gives a fuck about Eric Bledsoe, to be honest with you? Just in there for salary. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get minutes if this were to happen. But the trade machine has Blazers plus 4 wins. I would see more than that. I feel like they could be a top 5 seed in the East with this team of Dame healthy and Brogdon healthy and Duarte, could be coming off the bench or starting, but it would definitely be a decent haul for the 7th. All right, so this trade with the Kings I've seen many times, and I just want to give my input on it. It's Harrison Barnes and the 4th pick for TJ McConnell, Malcolm Brogdon, and the 6th pick. So the Pacers would be moving up to 4 to get their guy, which presumably would be Jaden Ivey. And if I'm the Pacers, I'm doing this as soon as they call. Like, I'm instantly saying yes because, Malcolm Brogdon, I feel like doesn't have a place on his team anyway. And to move up to get Jaden Ivey, which I think will be a superstar in this league, I do it like that. But as for the Kings, this is where it gets tough, Giving up Harrison Barnes definitely hurts them. But they would have to do that for salary. Also, it's not very likely because they just made a trade with the Pacers, but I would love this if for the Pacers, not so much for the Kings. But if the Kings were to do this, it wouldn't be terrible. You would have a starting lineup of Fox, Brogdon, maybe Keegan Murray, Sabonis, and whoever your 3 is, maybe Justin Holiday or something like that. Mo Harkless, someone like that, and that team could be solid. Definitely make the playoffs, in my opinion. Also, if you are the Kings, I would be looking to move down in this draft because, the interest for that 4th pick is so high with all these other teams trying to trade up. And I feel like Jaden Ivey just doesn't fit on your team, and Keegan Murray would fit a lot more. So if you were to trade down, I would trade down to 6, get Keegan Murray, and you'll be set. Keegan Murray, I feel like, can be a top 5 player in this draft class. So, all right, so this next trade, I've seen 1,000 fucking times, and it's to get DeAndre Ayton from the Suns. And if I'm the Pacers in this trade, I'm doing it instantly. But as for the Suns, I don't think they have much say in this trade. That's why I don't have them getting much more assets than Miles Turner because they don't really have a say in where DeAndre Ayton goes. They don't have, if DeAndre Ayton were not to sign, I feel like the Pacers hopefully will go after him, and you might have to throw Chris Duarte in the trade if that gets it done. But I would throw just about anything to get DeAndre Ayton, to be honest with you. I feel like he could be a game changer with Tyrese Halliburton. That pick and roll will be elite. But as for the Suns, they got what they could out of DeAndre Ayton leaving. And honestly, for a sign-in trade, this is pretty good value to get Miles Turner in a first round. All right, this is another trade where I haven't seen many, trades between the Pacers and Pelicans for this 8th pick, but I think it is possible. With the need at point guard for the Pelicans to get a Malcolm Brogdon on their team would be, I feel like that team could definitely be elite. And they're not giving up much, Devontae Graham, Larry Nance, 2 rotational players, I guess you could say, but they're nothing. Spurs in this trade, I would do this instantly. Maybe I'm overvaluing Malcolm Brogdon, but I feel like he could secure us the 8th pick if we throw in a couple firsts, maybe a couple seconds. I feel like we could get this deal done and secure Dyson Daniels or someone like that at 8. And if I'm the Pelicans, I'm definitely trading this fucking pick because you already have a young team and you just need veterans around them to compete. I feel like they want to compete this year. Alright, so that's all the trades that I came up with. If there's any other trades, just, let me know in the comments. I definitely feel like Kevin Pritchard is up to something, and hopefully we make a trade, do something exciting. But thank you for watching, as always.